Welcome to this episode of Destination Dare. Every community in the Outer Banks has a story to tell, and this show brings that information to life. From Dare County history to current events, from government services to local profiles, we keep you entertained, informed, and up to date. The town of Kitty Hawk takes a comedic look at their new brochure. This is Grace. Grace is bored. Fortunately, the town of Kitty Hawk has a new brochure. You can learn about flying and stuff. Shoot some hoops. Check out some birds. No need to stress about getting lost. There's a map. There's parks. Catch a fish. It even talks about the beach. This brochure has everything you need to know about the town of Kitty Hawk. Download the brochure at kittyhawknc.gov. The town of Nags Head prepares for their upcoming beach nourishment project. While the Outer Banks coastline is beautiful, it is also very delicate. Storms, high winds, and tidal changes contribute to beach erosion. The town of Nags Head is working on behalf of the community to restore and preserve our fragile coastline by implementing a critical beach nourishment project in the summer of 2019. We hope you understand how important the project is to Nags Head's future. Beach nourishment involves dredging and placing large amounts of sand from offshore sand sources onto the beach. During this project, only the beach in Nags Head between milepost 11 and the town line with Cape Hatteras National Seashore, milepost 21, will be affected. About 1,000 feet of the beach will be directly impacted during construction at any one time. Construction is anticipated to impact properties between 3 to 5 days. As part of this project, we'll also be installing sand fencing and planting beach grass to stabilize the new beach. Because we have such a short weather window in which to complete the project, there may be more than one section of the beach affected at a time, and contractors will work 24/7 until the project is complete, depending on weather conditions. We must conduct this project in the summer and early fall because these are the safest times to perform the work. Frequent late fall, winter, and early spring storms make working off our shore very dangerous. If construction limits access directly in front of your property, you will still be able to get to the beach, but you may need to walk a few hundred feet around the construction area. After each construction area is reopened, you will be able to enjoy a wider beach. While construction is underway, you will typically hear the backup alarms from bulldozers and trucks, which are required by federal law. In addition, at night, lights will be used to illuminate the construction area. Detailed sand pumping location information will be available on the progress map located at morebeachtolove.com, as well as nagsheadnc.gov. Both will be updated during construction. Dare County has a new bridge spanning over Oregon Inlet. The new bridge over Oregon Inlet is a project that's been 30 years in the making. Community members have been advocating for the construction of a new bridge since 1989, which is when the former bridge reached its designated date for replacement. Finally, the long-awaited day came in February of 2019, when the new bridge was opened for a special day of community celebration. This gave the public an opportunity to appreciate the bridge by walking and biking across this state-of-the-art span over Oregon Inlet.
To see this project completed is a great day for the people who live and work on the Outer Banks, as well as millions of visitors. Today, I'm extremely happy to celebrate with each and every one of you here the fulfillment of that dream.
In attendance at the event were the founders of the Bridge Moms, a group of concerned mothers who teamed together to make their voices heard about the safety of the old bridge that everyone depended on as their transportation lifeline.
I think we found that the economic story of needing a bridge didn't resonate as well as the safety issue.
It's about safety, it's about people, it's not about us versus them, it's not political. Public safety is, that's one thing everybody can join on.
I think this project also, it reflects the actions of so many people, the politicians, the grassroots advocates like ourselves. It's just such a group effort. It's not just one person or one group or one entity that made this happen. It was truly a combination of efforts over 30 years to make this happen. I'm very proud to be a part of that.
Construction of the new bridge began in March of 2016 after decades of hard work by many agencies and community groups seeking to secure the funding and obtain all the necessary environmental permitting. Thanks to the hard work and diligence, the new bridge is finally finished, providing safe transportation for residents and visitors alike. The Bonner Bridge was built in 1963 when Hatteras Island began to see an increase in visitors. The bridge replaced a lengthy ferry ride and opened up the island to many new explorers and opportunities. Now Hatteras Island is home to about 4,000 residents and approximately 2 million visitors a year. While the construction of the Bonner Bridge opened up new opportunities for Hatteras Island, the harsh weather conditions and strong currents under the bridge threatened its existence. Just between 1987 and 1999, $50 million was put into maintenance. The new bridge, totaling at about $252 million, is 2.8 miles long and 90 feet tall at its apex. It's made from stainless reinforcing steel, which was cost-effective and designed to hold up for the next 100 years against our harsh weather conditions. The bridge over Oregon Inlet serves two purposes. It provides highway access to and from Hatteras Island, and the water that flows underneath the bridge is a highway to work for Dare County's watermen. The Bonner Bridge had only one opening for boats to pass through, which was only 130 feet wide. The new bridge was especially designed with much wider spans in order to accommodate the strong and uncertain currents of Oregon Inlet. The new bridge has 7 navigational spans instead of 1, and each span is 300 feet wide, which is a much-needed improvement for Dare County fishermen and boaters.
Been fishing down here as a mate and a captain this will be my 51st year. The new bridge is exciting to me because instead of having, say, 25 feet between the legs on both sides of you that are concrete, now we're gonna have a 300-foot span in there. And all this powerful current that's being diverted through that narrow place is gonna have so much of a wider area to run through. Once that old bridge is removed, I hope and pray that I live long enough to see the effects of that.
The Dare County Board of Commissioners depends on bridges to unite our communities together. The board appreciates the hard work of the NCDOT and their contractors for making a dream come true for everyone needing safe and reliable vehicular access, and for the watermen and boaters who will benefit from improved navigational passage under this state-of-the-art bridge. The town of Kill Devil Hills walks you through their updated land use plan.
In 2017, the town of Kill Devil Hills committed to updating the land use plan. Since that time, we've been going through the lengthy process. The land use plan provides a framework that guides Kill Devil Hills government in day-to-day and long-term decisions affecting the land use and development. It frames the community's overall vision. The Land Use Plan, or LUP, is created to be a long-term guide. It is updated periodically by the town with input from stakeholders, including citizens, area businesses, the Board of Commissioners, and Planning Board. The Land Use Plan includes assessment of existing conditions, a summary of public input, projections for future needs for topics related to land use, and a comprehensive collection of goals, policies, and strategies. The Land Use Plan serves as a blueprint for development. It contains information about the physical appearance of the town today and which direction the town should take in the future, outlining steps to get us there. It explores future needs and additional resources that may be needed. A land use plan can set a tone for how the community wants to grow. Resident interest and business and industrial interests, along with the visitors' needs, are balanced through orderly and rational plans that provide the greatest benefit for the community as a whole. The plan takes input from our stakeholders, including residents, businesses, visitors, non-resident property owners, and others, to create a plan that best serves the entire community. It is comprehensive in that it includes all areas of the town, as well as elements that affect the physical development, such as population, environmental features, utilities, transportation, and housing. The plan is a legal foundation for development regulations and should be used whenever zoning decisions are made by the Planning Board or Board of Commissioners. The Land Use Plan is not a regulatory document. It provides guidance for future development and land use changes.
Because the land use plan update process is a large undertaking, the town of Kill Devil Hills partnered with a consultant firm which facilitates the update process with the Board of Commissioners and Planning Board. A citizen participation plan was established to set out a framework to encourage and engage stakeholder input, including a website for plan information, an online citizen survey, work sessions, and meetings for public input. The town's planning board was tasked with the development of the plan, holding multiple work sessions that included public input. A joint work session was also conducted between the planning board and Board of Commissioners to develop a list of goal policies and strategies to help guide the town in future development decisions. A land use plan focuses on the physical development of the town. Its policy statements are established through the identification of community goals and implementation actions.
The important role of the plan is that it leads to the protection of the community's natural resources, as well as public health, safety, and welfare.
Park your car and take a tour of Manteo by bicycle.
The quaint town of Manteo is the perfect place to explore by bike. There are plenty of boardwalks and multi-use paths for any adventure. Park the car at one of the 6 free parking lots downtown, then start your adventure. Breathe in the fresh air while cruising by the waterfront. Learn about the history of Marsh's Lighthouse and explore the Maritime Museum. Take a pit stop to look around at the variety of shops and boutiques. Check out local artists featured at the Dare County Arts Council after grabbing a bite to eat. Manteo has a variety of delicious cafes and restaurants to refuel for the rest of your adventure. A short ride over the bridge will give you a fantastic view of the historical Elizabeth II sailing ship. Across the water, explore Roanoke Island Festival Park. If you need to rent or fix your bike, the Manteo Cyclery on Highway 64 is the place to go. Stay safe by riding with traffic and following all signals and signs. Use hand signals to notify others of your next move. And of course, the inexperienced cyclist and children should always wear a helmet and stay alert. Stop by the Manteo Police Department for extra safety tips and cycling gear. Always be cautious when riding in the dark and make sure you're visible to drivers. Bike alongside the main road to the north end of Manteo to explore the natural beauty the island has to offer. At the end of the multi-use path, you'll find a soundside access just north of the Mans Harbor Bridge. It's the perfect location to relax at the end of the day and take in an Outer Banks sunset. Find more information and bike routes on the Town of Manteo's website under the Attractions tab.
Southern Shores has a new walking trail on East Dogwood.
Probably out for your morning stroll. I just wanted to see if you wanted to check out some options on how we might be able to.
Hey, Bob.
By changing out some.
Let me call you back. Hello, Jim.
You out for a morning stroll?
Yeah, love my peaceful walks.
You know, walking is the most recommended form of exercise. That's why these paths were put in by the town of Southern Shores, to promote a healthy community.
Thanks for the info.
This trail goes all the way from Duck Road up East Dogwood to where East Dogwood meets North Dogwood and South Dogwood Trail.
You sure know your stuff, Jim.
This connects to the existing sidewalk of Highway 12. If you really wanted to, you could walk all the way from Sound Side of Southern Shores, down Dogwood, down to the highway, down to the bypass. You could even go all the way to Kitty Hawk Elementary School. I mean, if you really wanted to.
Why would I do that?
Walking's healthy, Bob. We just established that 30 seconds ago. Walking paths like this promote pedestrian safety. Plus, we don't want locals and visitors jumping in their car just to go 1 mile or 2. They can walk.
How is it you keep finding me?
This walking path is 5 feet across. That leaves plenty of room for bicyclists and walkers.
You have a tape measure?
I gotta get my 5-mile run in, Bob. It was good seeing you.
You're just gonna leave your robe here.
The new trail has 2 places with pergolas to stop and rest your feet. 50% of the new trail's construction was paid for with a grant from the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau. The Town of Ducks Police Department brings out the green screen.
How you doing today? I'm Officer Gilreath with the Duck Police Department. I'm going to show you some of the things we use to render effective law enforcement.
111, 110.
This is my vest. It keeps me safe. So at the end of a long shift, I can get home safely. This vest is a fully modular system. It holds all kinds of devices and instruments we use in law enforcement. It works well. First I want to start off with is the radio. Without this, I couldn't be told where to go and what to do. Works well. Most agencies in Dare County use a similar radio system, but we all share the same frequency. It's called beach law. Yeah.
111, 110.
The next thing I have is my Axon camera. This Axon camera is fully integrated with my taser and my in-car video system. When this goes off, and my camera goes off. Everything's fully integrated. Anytime this is used, there's a camera going somewhere. The next is my tourniquet. This tourniquet is for my safety. It's to use in case a bad guy gets hold of me. Next, we're gonna go to the naloxone, also known as Narcan. We use this for subjects who have been incapacitated with an opium or opium derivative. Very effective, has saved a lot of lives. These are 2 magazines that contain .45 caliber rounds that go into my Glock 21 pistol. It's very tactical.
111, 110.
This is my knife. It's a nice knife. It's mainly used for cutting seat belts and occasionally cutting apples. Works well. What police officer wouldn't be effective without these? We all know what these are. These are handcuffs. Smith & Wesson brand. And they go right in this little pocket here. Keys, they go in my pocket. This is a flashlight. It brightens up the dark, just like we do when we go to work every day.
111, 110.
This is my taser. I talked about some of the video integration, but this is a device that gives off an electric impulse to incapacitate a suspect for about 5 seconds. Locks in right there. And what police officer would be a police officer without some awesome sunglasses?
Hey man, what are you doing?
Trying to make a YouTube channel, man. What are you doing?
Oh shoot, I'm sorry, but where'd you get all this stuff?
The fire department.
111 and 110.
Ah, yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff.
Y'all ain't helping out much. You're ever eating a salad and using the microwave. Come on, guys.
Hey man, we're hungry. Yeah, man.
What about me?
I'll give you a bite.
All joking aside, the Duck Police Department is proud to provide a high level of service to residents and visitors in the town of Duck. Our officers continue to advance training and technology use, keeping up to date with the best practices.
Hi, I'm Chief Kudo. As my officers explained, we are always staying up to date with the newest technologies and equipment. One of our newest technologies that we've adopted is FirstNet. We've adopted FirstNet in this system to drive all of our networking devices with our body cameras, our fleet cameras, our license plate readers, and our mobile data terminals in our vehicles. It is important that our department maintains future readiness. Thanks to our highly trained staff and access to powerful technology, we're able to do that.